main takeaway when it comes to TikTok is that you really just have to have fun doing it. Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I wanted to kind of go over my routine for filming TikTok videos. Along with having this YouTube video here, I also give YA book recs and literary lifestyle tips over on TikTok, and I've grown my TikTok in less than 6 months to about 14,000 followers. And I just really enjoy the platform in general. Like, I'm super passionate about creating TikToks. I've also started posting them on Reels, which is another tip that I would definitely give you. How I thought I would divide up this video is first I'm going to give you my top 5 tips for TikTok. Then I'm going to show you what my TikTok routine is. If you want more tips, I actually have a newsletter freebie, which is the ultimate guide to using TikTok and Pinterest as a book blogger, booktuber, bookstagrammer, author tuber, or just author in general. So just all the literary people. So I will leave that link down below because it's gonna give even more tips in this video, but let's get into it. The first thing I get asked the most is how do I come up with ideas for TikToks or Reels, or how do you create a TikTok or Reel every single day? Because yes, I post one TikTok every single day and one Reel every single day. The way that I get my ideas is by scrolling through the TikTok For You page, and then when I see a sound that is trendy, which I think I could apply to my own niche, I use it. I do not copy people who are already in my own niche. I take inspiration from the sounds only. That's a very clear line there. I take sounds that I really like and that are trending, and then I kind of do a bookish spoof off of that sound. That's one way that I create TikToks. The second way that I create TikToks is that I actually look in my own personal life for things that I think could make really good videos. If I say something really witty in a reading vlog, if I say something really witty in a conversation about books, if I just have kind of like a thought while reading that I think is kind of humorous, I will write those down in the notes app on my phone, and then later I will make them into TikToks. The key here is that they have to be like really short and snappy. You know, TikTok is not the place to get on there and say, "Hi, I'm Angela Ann, the friend of all the good YA book recs and literary lifestyle tips." You have less than 0.5 seconds to grab their attention. So every piece of content you create needs to be snappy. One way I always ensure that I catch their attention right away is that I usually show my face first, or something that's really not visually appealing, but like it attracts your attention. So like human faces in general tend to attract our attention because it's like, oh, it's a human being. Whereas if it's just like a shot of your bookshelf, it's less likely to attract someone's attention. But there are obviously other things you can do than just show your face. That's just what I normally do, and I don't always do that, but normally I do. That's the first step. And then the second step is I always use the word you in the first line of text that I have, because I'm relating it back to the audience. I'm relating it back to why they want to see this content. There are a couple of exceptions to the you rule, and the biggest exception is definitely when I do like more humorous videos. I don't always do that just because they're entertaining. So there's like entertaining and informing TikToks. I try to do a balance of both. For informing, for me, that's a lot of times is like YA fantasy books you should read, like a TikTok like that. Whereas an entertaining one would be like, I just posted one about how I finished from Blood and Ash and I really need to read the second book. So that would be more of an entertaining one. Also related to ideas, make sure you are getting your ideas from TikTok. If you want to film good Reels, even if you don't want to do TikTok, which that's already a mistake. But even if you don't want to do TikTok, you can't depend on Reels to find good sounds. You need to have the TikTok app. TikTok moves faster with trends than any social media platform I have ever been on. It's actually maddening how quick trends change on TikTok. So because of that, you definitely want to be on that app first so you can get the trends, and this will actually improve your Reels views too, because your Reels are going to seem really original because you're taking the trends from TikTok, which are going to be popular on Instagram but aren't yet popular on Instagram, if that makes sense. So you're like a trendsetter almost on Reels. So that's definitely something you want to keep in mind. My third tip is that you have to have fun when making TikToks. If you look awkward in the TikTok, it is not going to perform well. Just delete the clip. It's not even worth posting. You have to be having a fun time. I believe this in all platforms. Whenever I show up on Instagram stories, YouTube, TikTok, whatever, I always make sure I'm in a really great mood. But this is especially true for TikTok. There's 2 reasons for this. One, your content isn't necessarily being seen by your followers. Most people on TikTok scroll the For You page. That means that they're just randomly seeing your content. They don't know anything about you. They have no connection to you, and you have to get them engaged enough to like, comment, or share or follow. How you do that is by looking like you're having a fun time. No one wants to follow someone who just looks awkward, whereas if the person already kind of knows you and has a social media relationship with you, they might be more likely to still watch your YouTube video if you look a little awkward. But TikTok, this is not the case at all. My next tip would be to change angles. See what I did there? So sometimes you want to be kind of like up close to the camera, sometimes back away, sometimes it's B-roll. You want to switch the clips really fast within the TikTok itself, and this just kind of helps with stylistically what's happening right now on TikTok, related back to the idea of trends. Styles of TikToks that are popular change really fast. So when I first started TikTok, it was all about the lip syncing and the holding up the books. But now that will not cut it. Now you have to create more original content, especially I've noticed that clips where I'm just talking to the camera tend to do really well. So I think people want more of like that human touch now on TikTok, but that could change. And in fact, if I had to predict, I think vlogs are gonna start to become really popular in TikTok as well. So like little small aesthetic clips of your life, but that's just a prediction. It's really hard to predict with TikTok, which kind of leads me, this isn't a tip, but just something to keep in mind, that on TikTok, you really can't predict what's gonna perform well and what's not gonna perform well. I will have one TikTok that gets 60,000 views and my next TikTok will get 150. There's no way to tell. There's honestly content that I think is so good. I post on TikTok, it fails. Then I post it again on Reels and Pinterest and it does really well. So to get the most out of TikTok, just don't take it too hard when the content doesn't perform well. Post a lot of TikToks. I post one a day. I know some people, especially people who are more successful than me, post more than one a day. Third, if you want to make sure that your TikTok is successful, even if it flops on TikTok, repost it on Reels and Pinterest. This is a great way to grow your Instagram and grow your Pinterest SEO account. And it's also just a really great way to make sure that that hard work that you put into that TikTok is still being recognized and can still reach an audience that will love it. My fifth tip is one that is a little bit hard to swallow, but it's a necessity. And that is that you need to post one TikTok minimum a day. Now hear me out here. I think you can get away with just one a day. I don't know if you need to do more. You could do more if you want to grow faster, but one a day is kind of the minimum to see steady growth on TikTok. And the reason for that is because, like I said, it's quantity. It's just showing up in the For You page. So you want as many opportunities as possible to show up in someone's For You page. Filming 7 TikToks a week, a lot of times when I tell people to do that, really scares them, but it is not as scary as it sounds. In fact, I have a process where I film 5 to 8 TikToks every single week in about an hour and a half. I'm gonna walk you through that process right now. The first thing that I do when I'm making TikToks/Reels is that I write out every day of the week and then what I'm going to do with them. So I'm gonna write out like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then right next to it what TikTok I'm gonna make. Okay, so these are the ones that I have right now. Whoops, that one got a little bit erased. But for Monday, I have a types of readers, and it's gonna be to a Hercules sound I found that I really like. And it's also gonna be the one I'm doing with Book of the Month. And then we have weekend reading, which is where I'm just going to talk about my weekend reading resolution for January, where I have to read every single weekend, or else I have to Venmo my friend $40 just because I think that's kind of like fun. For Wednesday, I'm trying out this new thing where I create more like interactive posts where people would want to comment on like a debate or something just to get people more involved. So I'm going to do a this or that debate, and I think I'm going to do it over what I did for my Instagram story today, which is whether or not rereading books can count towards your Goodreads annual reading goal. I think it's a very interesting debate. I think I'm pro it does count. On Thursday, I had this idea of doing self-publishing recs, so I'm going to try to record a self-publishing recs video, and then I'm also going to try to do just a small little thing to promote my A Court of Thorns and Roses vlog that is coming out this upcoming Saturday. I should say by the time you guys see this video, all these will be up because I'm filming it on Sunday, and then you'll see it about 2 weeks later, a little under 2 weeks later, so you could definitely go back and refer to these TikToks as well if you want to see them. I liked doing it that way just because then you could go back and refer and see how the plan went and if I like went according to plan or not, because sometimes when there's trends, my TikTok order schedule will change and some will get pushed back into the draft, so I can keep up to date on trends. On Friday, I wanted to do a what is the prettiest book you own in like a new style that I think is kind of trendy on TikTok. And then I also on Saturday will be doing the vlog. I started doing like a little aesthetic week in the life vlog vlog with a little like lesson I learned that week, and it's kind of fun. I think people enjoy it, but I also kind of do this one for me because I think it'll be really cool to be able to look back on the year and see all those. It's a really great reflection, weekly reflection thing to do, and it's kind of like my passion project. So it's just where I kind of put a lot of my passion and heart and soul into that particular TikTok each week. But I won't be prepping that one during this prep session just because I film it throughout the week. And then Sunday I have a training in fantasy books idea where it's going to be another talking clip where I talk about the fact that in fantasy books, people always are training, yet they never get injuries. And I think that's really odd because if you were in like a fantasy world and you were training super hardcore to fight demons, especially if you were like Clary or Feyre, where like you aren't really from that world and you just have to train, it's awful suspicious that no one ever like pulls their hamstring or ruins their rotator cuffs or whatever. I don't know. I just think that's a little bit odd. I want to see if other people do too. And then this one's actually going to be for way later. I filmed a bunch of clips for the bookshelf reorganization that I did, and I need to find those clips and put it into a TikTok form before I forget about it, even though that won't be posted until the week that I post the bookshelf reorganization on YouTube. And then this one that is erased is just one I wanted to do before I forget about it, and I'm going to put it in my drafts for a busy week. And it's just this idea of like, am I the only one who can't explain the plot to their favorite book? Again, that's another one. I just find it so difficult to explain the plot to Pride and Prejudice, even though it's my favorite book. So I'm curious if other people have that sort of issue as well. So those are the posts I'm going to do. There's only one, there's two that need a little bit of prep, the self-publishing recs and the types of readers. So I'm going to get the books ready for that one. And then the types of readers will probably have different outfits associated with it. After I get the extra prep ready for those two, I'm going to pick a couple of outfits. I usually choose like 3 outfits for about 8 TikToks and then just film a couple in each outfit. And then I also need to get ready. So I'm gonna get ready and I'll take you all through that routine because I'm very particular about the energy I'm in when I make TikToks. So I wanna make sure that I'm having the most fun possible when I create TikToks because I think that really comes across on the screen. Okay, so now I have all the outfits laid out, and I think I'm just gonna do some of the outfits in the types of readers videos other than the colonial dress for the other videos for this week. Now I'm going to get ready. So what I do is I just put on a little bit of makeup just to look a little bit nicer and then comb out my hair. While I'm doing this, I usually listen to some really great music. So I'll put on some pump up music and then just kind of have a good time doing my hair and makeup. I find personally when I like listen to pump up music before making TikToks, my TikToks just have a little bit more energy, a little bit more spunk to them. So that's what we're gonna do. I also probably need to clean up the floor a little bit. I'm gonna do that afterwards. I swear, TikTok destroys my room more than anything else. Tripod is all set up. Let's film. I think I'm actually gonna time how long it takes me to film just so I can tell you guys for a good estimate. So right now it is 12:30 when we're starting this. Okay, so I just finished the first TikTok and I edited it. In case you're wondering what I use to edit TikToks, I actually use this app called CapCut. It's really great. It's free in the App Store and it has a lot of really great features for vertical video editing. So I highly recommend checking it out because I do prefer it to both Instagram and TikToks editors for this sort of content. And so usually I edit it in CapCut and then I'll go into TikTok to add the music and the sounds just so I get the trending sounds so people can find it easier. And then from there, I'll just repurpose it into Reels. On to the rest of these TikToks. I'm done filming the TikToks. I feel a little bit exhausted. I still need to clean up a little bit. I'm gonna do that. Now I started at 12:30. It's about 1:45 now, so it took me a little over an hour, but I was also doing a lot of costume changes, I guess, during those TikToks, so that might have taken longer. Some weeks take longer, some weeks don't take as long. It really just depends, but I hope you all enjoyed kind of seeing my process. What I think I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna put the few TikToks that are me talking. The ones that aren't me talking just won't make sense because I can't put the music in with them because of copyright reasons, so they'll just look weird, but I'll put in the ones of me talking. However, I will say that with the ones of me talking, I I tend to also add music really low in the background just to kind of give it a beat, and then also people might be able to find it through that trending sound because people will look through the different videos on a sound. So that's another way that you're optimizing your TikToks to be found on the app. Could you go a month without Netflix? For the month of January, I'm actually trying to replace all Netflix time with reading time to get more reading done. And to up the stakes, I have to Venmo my friend $40 if I don't do this. Do you think I'll be Venmoing her or not? I have an issue with fantasy books, okay? They do all this really hardcore training to defeat the demons or the evil fae or whatever, right? Why do none of these people ever get injuries? Like, I get injuries just from running. Hardcore training day in and day out would definitely throw a rotator cuff or pull a hamstring muscle. And even more than that, why are there no people faking injuries? If I had to go and fight a fantasy battle, you bet my hamstring would be injured. I'm rereading ACOTAR right now, and the part where Tamlin and his entire court have to wear masks takes on an entirely new meaning in 2020. Like, I know it's a fantasy world and this is not what they're talking about, but I can't stop picturing Tamlin in one of the cloth masks that we all wear around. I hope you all enjoyed today's video. If you want to hear more about how to grow on TikTok and also how to grow on Pinterest, which you can repurpose your TikToks to grow on Pinterest for very minimal effort and really high reward, you definitely want to check out my ultimate guide for newsletter subscribers. Again, down below it's linked so you can sign up for my newsletter and get the ultimate guide to Pinterest and the ultimate guide to TikTok for book lovers and writers. It's a really great guide, so I think you're really gonna like it, so definitely go and check that out. If you are new here, I post book-related videos every single week, and I would love to have you a part of the fam, so definitely like and subscribe, and I hope you guys found this video really helpful. Again, I think the main takeaway when it comes to TikTok is that you really just have to have fun doing it. I am a major planner, so it's really hard for me to not be able to plan TikToks. Like, you really just have to plan it on a week-by-week basis. Sometimes even twice a week. Like, I'll just sometimes find a trend and be like, oh, that'd be really fun. I'll film it right now and post it. Well, the trend's still hot. That's just kind of how the app works, and it can be a little bit stressful if you treat it similarly to how you treat posting YouTube videos or posting on Instagram. But if you treat it as more of an in-the-moment fun thing to do and a fun outlet to talk about the things you love, it can be a really rewarding experience. Please put any additional questions in the comments down below, and either I'll answer them, or if there are enough comments, I will make a part 2 with more tips about Booktok and Reels. As always, I will see you in the comments and in my next video.